Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is July 10th, 2026, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the S&P 500, SPY, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's step over to these charts and see what we see. And all right, quick, maximize, resize, and this quarterly chart. Let's zoom in just a little bit. And all, as what we can see here, we're fighting at a yearly R1. And all, we should. I'm looking. The SPY look pretty strong right now. It's actually in turn green, fighting at a yearly R1. Haven't made all-time high yet, and all, but it's looking strong now. Let's see what's going to happen here. And so again, everything looks good here on this quarterly chart. Let's go ahead and go down to our monthly chart and see what we see there. And on this monthly chart, again, we have turned green on the SPY. Like I said, it looks really pretty strong here. And we are still above the 9-10 moving average. Seems like we're going to be above pivot, so I expect it to stay above pivot and go higher. This is the quarter again. Well, again, we got to make that all-time high for this quarter. And again, next week might be the thing. We want to kind of just wait and see. You know, we're kind of right there in that middle area where I was looking at the Nasdaq 100 earlier, and that's where we're at. It's going to have to make a decision if it wants to go up or it's going to want to go down. And looking at the SPY, look like it might be ready to go up at this time. So again, let's just kind of like wait and see what we see there. All right. That's that on here. Let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there. On this weekly chart, zoom in here. Again, see, that's what I'm talking about. And on this weekly chart, we can see, we was getting these highs like this, and this thing coming down, even with these bodies. Looking at these bodies, look how it was every time this thing was closing lower, and we finally, with this week, on this weekly picture here, on this weekly chart, we finally broke some of these highs back here. And also, again, like I say, look like this thing is ready to go up. When I say we broke some of these highs back here, some of these previous week's highs, and we actually got to close above some of these previous week highs. So again, that means that to me, that's looking like this thing is ready to go higher. And we do also, looking at this weekly chart, we got these higher lows. Finally got these higher lows. We finally got a higher high. So we are looking like we're beginning to get a trend reversal at this time. And like I said, we broke that previous high. So again, let's see what's going to happen next week. I'm kind of expecting this thing, it's time to start loading up and see what happens. Come next week also on these monthly pivots, we are above. We got an open above pivot and we got a close above pivot right now. So I expect this thing to actually end up going higher. Next week may be the week something is going to happen where this thing is going to end up breaking our all-time highs. We just got to kind of wait and see what's going to happen there. All right, let's go ahead and go down to our daily noise and wrap this on up. On this daily noise, I want to zoom all the way in here back to this all-time high, because again, the pattern that we were seeing here was this down, up, down, up. Then we got this week right here, we kind of got a little bit of a pullback, and then here these last 3 days, we made a bottom. We made a bottom here, and then these last few days here, we started charging to the upside. Wow, wow. That's all I could say. The other big thing here that's happened, we broken this high. We broke a swing low high, even though that was on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That was Monday's high. We've broken Monday's high. The thing is now, the next high that we're going to be targeting to knock out is this high right here. So, and again, with that high being at 750, somewhere near that area, we're going to be less than, $3, $4 away from all-time highs. That's why, again, if this pattern continues come next week, we should be making all-time highs, and that's what I kind of expect. We just got to kind of like wait and see what happens, and that's pretty much it. That's all I really have at this time. This is Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.